Hey everyone, welcome to Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast. On today's episode, we are just talking about Thanksgiving and being grateful.
Being thankful.
Yep, it's a short one, but we just wanted to give a little shout out to all of our listeners, all of you lovely people who've been listening and following along with Tent Talk for over a year and a couple months.
Yeah,
doing
coming
this.
up on maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
We are really thankful for farmers market managers and farmers and food makers that listen every week and send us notes sometimes and tell us how much they like it. That's exciting.
Oh, we love that.
We do
love
that.
your thankfulness. We're thankful for your thankfulness.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just love kind of how this community has built up, and we weren't sure, what was going to happen, who was going to listen to the podcast, who was going to come to the conference, and now we're just so grateful that we've built kind of this group where we can all talk about things that are going on at our markets. We can laugh about the same kind of things. We can commiserate about the same towing issues.
It's a group that gets us.
So we get it.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I
nice.
get you. You get us.
I mean, individual farmers markets are such communities in their own. I mean, you know what a community you've got with your market, with your vendors and your farmers and the manager, everybody together, your shoppers. You become like one big family. So it's been really fun to extend that to farmers market participants all across the country, Canada, London.
One of our
in
Canadian
London,
friends.
Yeah, we were in London last year. People were telling me they listened to Tent Talk. That was so exciting.
So exciting.
Yeah, it was
we
fun.
love it. Yeah, it's just such a big part of our lives. And I know if you're in the farmers market business, whether you do one market a week or you're at 7 or you're running them or you're participating in them, it's just a big part of your life. You can't do farmers markets on a small scale.
Right.
It can't really, even if it's like a quote hobby for you, it's not really a hobby. It's got, you put time into it and it's on your mind and you go out there and you're standing outside and you're doing your business. So, it's a part of your life. And we're just happy to kind of connect with other people that are in this world with us.
Yeah, we're happy to be a part of the part of your life.
So grateful for that.
We are. So we're just talking about thanks. It's that week of the year, Thanksgiving, where gratefulness is on everybody's mind. Thankfulness. Be sure you take this opportunity this week to thank your farmers and vendors if you're a manager. Thank your manager if you're a farmer or a vendor. Thank your shoppers, for goodness sakes.
For sure.
Let them know you're grateful for them.
Think your neighborhood. Maybe think of something that's happened in the last year, since last Thanksgiving. A local community group or a chef that's shopped at your restaurant or at your farmer's market to use produce at their restaurant. Just some little thing, and just give them a little shout out of gratitude.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget just a little, hey, thank you so much. That stuck with me, and I remember that.
Yeah.
Just shout them out.
That's right. Give it a shout on your social media or your newsletter or in person when you see them at the market, for sure.
You can write them a letter and mail it.
What?
Wow.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So even if your market's closed this week, if you have a Thursday market or you're adjusting your market schedule this week, or if you're closed for the season, if your market's currently not operating right now because you're closed during the winter season, you can still do those thankful shout outs. Say, hey, in July we had a great market and this thing happened and we can't stop thinking about it. We were so grateful that community came together and helped us or came together and celebrated this particular thing.
No, that's really important. It's a good way to keep yourselves in people's minds when they're thinking about what they're grateful for, because they're grateful for their farmer's market.
Exactly. And if you are kind of having a hard time with your business, maybe you're kind of hitting a peak or dipping down in a valley, thinking about something that you're grateful for in your business, just in, this works in your life in general and also with your farmer's market business, trying to take your focus and put it on something that you're grateful for in your business can help you kind of get through that patch for sure.
Absolutely. That whole positive gratitude thing. What were you saying the other day? You were fussing about something with your kids, but you said you're pretty grateful you have kids.
Exactly. I do that as a parent. I think we do it. As a spouse, you do it. If you're having a rough patch, thinking about something that you're really grateful for. Oh, I'm all these dirty dishes in the kitchen. It's so annoying, but I'm grateful that I have food that I can serve my kids. And it's just, kind of sounds cliche, but I really do think about that when I'm like, the kids are in bed and it's late at night and I'm scrubbing the dishes. It's like, well, at least I got to feed them a great meal and we have dishes and I have a dishwasher.
I have a house.
I have a house, things like that. So like you have a market, you have shoppers, you have these great farmers and vendors. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a thing to think about when you're busy at work and, there's one more barricade to haul. But you have a way to make a living that lets you work outside and form a community, and people appreciate your market, and so they keep coming out and supporting your business or they love the fruits and vegetables that you grow, and you're able to help your whole community be healthy, and people appreciate you at the market and come out and buy from you. So you have a way to make doing what you love translate into making a living. That's something to really be thankful for.
Definitely. I think if you're in the farmers market space, it's because you decided to step out of the typical box that a lot of people find themselves in and do something that you're passionate about. And that's something to be really grateful for, because that's not an opportunity that a lot of people take. And sometimes it's not even afforded to some people.
That's right.
They can't take it if they wanted to. So just to be grateful for that.
Yeah, so much to be thankful for.
Yeah, we get to work outside. Every time I go on a business trip with my husband, he works with credit unions. Bless him. And they all love their jobs, and he loves his job so much. But if I had to sit in a building under fluorescent light and that was my job, oh man, I wouldn't make it. So every day, even if it's raining, and we're talking about San Diego rain, so it's not too bad, or if it's hot, and it's 90 in San Diego, and it is miserable at the market. I mean, it is uncomfortable. I'm just really grateful. I'm like, thank you. I will work outside, because the alternative doesn't make sense for me, and I would not want to do that. And I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to have a job that I can spend most of the days outside in really beautiful weather.
Yeah, it's awesome. Any kind of weather. I'd much rather be outside.
Definitely. It's also true. Yeah. So
it's a great thing.
Gratitude.
So that's all we're here for.
That's it.
We don't have a guest this week. We don't have any real tips about making your business better, other than be grateful you've got a business. Mm-hmm. Be grateful for your shoppers.
Take a time
Be grateful
and pause.
for your team. We're really grateful for the people that work with us.
Definitely. Because how would the markets operate without them?
That's right.
Who would meet us on the street at 5:30 a.m. and help us set up markets? Who would close down at night, setting up lights, doing all the things?
That's right.
That's part of our job. So
we're thankful for
really
our
grateful
market
for them.
team.
Yes.
Our marketeers, our maintenance guys.
Yeah, we love our maintenance
Our street
guys.
cleaners.
Definitely.
Parking enforcement.
God bless that parking enforcement when they show up. I almost hugged a parking enforcement officer the other day. He was startled by my enthusiasm. I think usually people are angry when they see them. So when I run up to somebody with my arms wide open, thank you. I think I just freak them out. But
thank you for giving this car a ticket.
Thank you for towing this car. And I'm sorry to whoever's car it was, kind of.
Yeah. Don't park there next time.
We should call this. We're going to have a whole episode about towing, and no one has to listen. It's just going to be us venting about it.
Oh, some people will listen.
Some people will listen. Talk about, thankful for a group that can commiserate with us about that.
That's right.
Yeah, so just taking this time to pause. It's nice. Maybe your kids are off school. Maybe you have family in town. Maybe you're traveling. Or maybe you get to do what I'm always grateful for, have a little alone time.
There's that.
Chill out. Yeah. What are you doing this week, Kat?
I'm eating.
Of course.
That's what we do on Thanksgiving here in America. We eat.
I guess we're hanging out with each other because we're family.
That's right. You know what I'm doing. You're doing essentially the same thing.
So Kat and I celebrate, we call it faux Thanksgiving, F-A-U-X, faux Thanksgiving, fake Thanksgiving on Kat's side of the family. So we celebrate a couple weeks before actual Thanksgiving so that everyone can come, because at this point in our lives, and even when I was a kid growing up, we had step-parents, we had the other side of our family, and then we eventually had spouses. You had
in-laws.
In-laws. So it didn't make sense for our whole family to get together every actual Thanksgiving because we had to split the time up. So we decided to do Thanksgiving a little bit early so then everyone could come because no one else had other...
Airfares are cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we get family from all over the country together 2 weeks ahead. Mm-hmm. So actually this week when the podcast is going to be on, which is actual Thanksgiving week, it's going to be low-key.
Very low-key.
We can eat whatever we want. We could have burgers, but I think we won't.
No. I think my husband will make a butternut squash soup.
That's right.
He's obsessed with soup.
And corn casserole. We're carving it out.
That's right. I love it. So we'll have a nice, relaxing afternoon. So, what is our favorite Thanksgiving food? You love the corn casserole.
I love the corn casserole.
It's so good.
I have to admit that some of our favorite Thanksgiving food is not necessarily based on whole farmers market foods.
What?
Corn casserole, I think, starts with Jiffy cornbread mix or something. I don't know. I think
corn in a can.
I think we've adjusted it a little bit to make it a little more healthy and use some real corn. And and make our own recipe for it, but it's still basically, it's not the very healthiest thing that we eat.
But it's so tasty.
But it's so good.
We should post your recipe. My cousin loves my mom's recipe for corn casserole, and now my cousin we pass the torch on, and she makes the corn casserole at our faux Thanksgiving every year, and it's a hit.
So yummy. But then we have to eat it again on regular Thanksgiving.
That's right.
That's right.
Double dose.
And then what's your favorite?
My favorite is so healthy and so farmers market focused.
Is
It's Ocean Spray Ocean Spray only cranberry sauce, and I'm not talking about the sauce with the berries in it. It has to be like that jelly that comes out of the can and it has the ribs on it.
With no real evidence of an actual cranberry.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Like dyed maroon. It's my favorite. I love it so much. I eat a whole can.
It has to be out of the can with the ribs, right?
Yeah,
and so I like to slices neatly.
I lay it on a plate and I slice it, and it like just really satisfies my OCD, like that slicing, just so smooth. Do I sound crazy? Anyways, that's my favorite. I hope some listeners mail me some cans of Ocean Spray cranberry sauce.
That would be funny.
I'm sure there's some like cranberry farmers that are listening to this that are
know a
turning
cranberry
this
farmer
off.
back east. Sorry, Bob. I don't know. Maybe he sells to Ocean Spray. Maybe.
Maybe. You never know. See?
He sells at farmers markets, but he might sell to Ocean Spray too.
Oh, that happens.
So yeah, there are farmers even behind that canned stuff.
That's right.
Right? So
That's
we try to push the buy direct from farmers, buy your food as whole and unprocessed as possible, but pretty much the whole farm to table thing, if you're at a table and eating, there is probably a farmer involved at some level.
Yeah. If it's not a little green
Some
pill.
kind of farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
That's
as long as
good.
it's not that, I don't know. What's in that gel stuff? No, we won't go there.
I don't
It's
ask.
a Thanksgiving
I don't
episode.
look at the ingredients.
Let's get back to our topic.
Okay. I'm grateful for canned cranberry sauce.
And I'm just grateful for you.
Oh, I'm grateful for you too.
Oh, good.
That's so nice.
Go out and tell your friends and family you're grateful for them right now.
Right now. And we're also grateful for Justine because she helped make this podcast happen.
That's right.
And she's not our host anymore, but she still produces it.
That's right.
And every time I sit down to record an episode, I think, Justine and I made you start this podcast with this, and I'm so grateful for that.
I'm grateful for that too. I wasn't entirely grateful right at the beginning, but I sure am now.
See?
I
Made
love
perfect sense. We had a long view.
Yep.
Yeah. So
thanks, Justine. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, David, for our opening theme music, and closing ditty.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're thankful for all of you, and we will let you go now and go on to your relaxing Thanksgiving week.
That's right. Happy holiday.
Take a minute. Happy holidays to you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Can you believe it's almost the end of 2019? February 2020 is just around the corner. Eek! So register now to join us and farmers market managers, farmers, and food makers from throughout the U.S., Canada, and beyond, all gathering in San Diego, California on February 2nd through the 4th at the 4th Annual Intense the Farmers Market Conference. You can still save $60 with advanced registration pricing at just $295 for a full access 3-day pass through the end of the year. Starting January 1st, though, only $355 regular price passes will be available, so save $60 when you register today. Bring your whole team and save even more with our buy two, get one free Threes Company passes. This is the lowest price still available, so don't miss out. Use that ticket link at farmersmarketpros.com and check it out right now. Thanks for listening to Tent Talk. Please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you're accessing your podcast these days, and let us know how you're enjoying it. Be sure to subscribe to Tent Talk so you don't miss our next episode. And if you want more farmers market tips, tricks, and information, you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter at farmersmarketpros.com and follow us on Instagram at farmersmarketpros. This podcast is produced by Farmers Market Pros, where passion meets profit. Today's episode was recorded by Adam Samaha and edited by Justine Marzoni Mead. Original music by David Mead. Thanks for listening.